Hello everyone, you welcome back to Chess with Devans. I've come with another interesting puzzle of white to mate black in 2 moves. This is one of the most famous puzzles from more than 100 years back. But a disclaimer, I want to let you guys know that this puzzle cannot happen in a real game situation because there's no way the black king is going to be in the h8 corner and it is white's turn to move. Unless white didn't want to take the rook or any of the rooks before they went to those positions. You get, because first of all, the pawn hasn't moved, the black pawn hasn't moved, so it's definitely not possible to have this puzzle in a real game situation. The idea of this puzzle is to just boost our in-game knowledge and how we think intrinsically in the way of checking our checking abilities and everything, but it can't happen in a real game situation. But anyways, why not solve it? Let's try to solve it. But before I try to solve it, I want you guys to first try it out. So if you do not mind, pause the video and see if you can find the 2 moves that white has to play to mate black. Pause the video and come back when you found it. Good luck. Alright, did you find the solution for this puzzle? Please let us know in the comment section what you found. It doesn't matter whether it's wrong or right. It could be wrong, but having a very good variation. Okay, so let's try to solve it. If you thought about capturing the rook using the rook in the h file, do you get to mate it in the next move? Of course, black has to capture the rook back because it's in the check. Black captures the rook and then you go to queen h4. Is that a check? Is that a checkmate? No, because black has an escape route, so there's no mate in 2. So let's try capturing from the other side and see if we can get the mate in 2. If we try to capture the rook at g8, black is going to capture, and then when we move our queen to d8, still black has an escape route from f7. So that's not leading us to a mate in 2. Now, as we have seen, capturing pieces is not going to lead us to a mate in 2. So we have to find another solution. My second thought was moving to e4, queen e4. Why? When you move to queen e4, you're protecting all your rooks, and then that means if you are covering all that diagonal with your queen, if black attempts to capture any of those rooks, then capturing the rook back is a mate. The same thing if black tries to capture this rook, capturing the rook back is a mate. So, but then black can avoid that. Black can say, no, I'm not going to capture, because if I capture, you are going to mate me. The other thing is, black doesn't have to play this rook anywhere, because if it plays that rook anywhere, you can also mate from here. Okay, and even if black tries to mate, to check you, taking the rook is a mate. So black doesn't have to play that rook anywhere. Black can avoid a mate in 2 by playing this rook. Yeah, it is checking you now. Black is checking you with the rook, and the only thing you have to do right now is to either capture the rook or run away from the check. If you run away from the check, that means you're not going to mate black in the next move. Okay, so the thing you have to do right now is to take the rook, and when you take the rook, black is going to capture the rook, and there's no mate in the next. There's no mate in 2. Okay, because you can't mate in the next move. What are you going to do? Black still can escape. Okay, let's try to see another way. If we try to play this time round, we play d5. The idea is now we are attacking the rook in the 8th file. Now, still having to protect these rooks, because if black decides to capture any of our rooks, we capture it back and it's a checkmate. Now, if black tries to play this rook anywhere, we get to mate it, because we can mate using that, and still that would be a mate, or even capturing this rook would be a mate. But then black can still do the same thing. If black plays h6, he's checking us. You have to run away from the check. If he captures, then he's going to capture, and then there's no mate in 2. Okay, so that was the concept. Black is always going to escape that, and so definitely the black can always prevent that. Now we have to look for a move where we can get to mate black in the next move, and the move I found was a1, queen a1. And if you found that move, Congratulations. Because now black, whatever black tries to do, if black tries to capture the rooks, we saw capturing the rook back is a mate. Even if he captures the other rook up, still the same thing. Now the thing is, black's idea of trying to check us from h6 is not going to work now. Because why? When you capture the rook, then black can't capture with your pawn anymore, because it is pinned by the queen. The queen is pinning the pawn, so it cannot capture your rook. So there's no way black can prevent it, even if black tries to do anything. If black tries to capture the rook up, capturing it back is check. If black tries to put it anywhere else, still capturing it will be check. So that was the move you needed to find to mate black in 2 moves. Queen a1 was the solution. If you found it, let us know in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe, because I have more puzzles coming for you. Until next video, have a good day.